Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Akana. Laura Yamana is on assignment. We begin tonight with a KITV4 News exclusive. The state school superintendent says a new law requiring more instructional time in public schools is not possible for some schools and may be too difficult to implement at all this year. KITV4's Daryl Huff joins us live in our studios with what might be a big disappointment for many parents. Daryl?
That's right, Paula. After last year's furlough fiasco, the legislature passed a law requiring more instructional time in the schools, a law applauded by parents. But the school system says for some kids, it just can't be done.
It's a very significant issue because it potentially has fiscal implications.
After the furloughs, a new law requiring more hours in class seemed the answer. But after reviewing the teacher contracts, the superintendent says the requirement for 915 instructional hours for elementary school will require 66 more hours per teacher, and the 990 hours required in high school will add 219 hours to a high school teacher's workload. She says that adds up to a lot of money.
It becomes very, very difficult when the financial situation is uncertain, the collective bargaining situation is uncertain, and the plans for the year are already being made. It makes it pretty tough.
No one knows for sure how much money because it would have to be negotiated as part of the new teacher contract. Melanie Bailey was among the parent activists who pushed for the new law. She says it was designed to fit within the current teacher contracts.
We feel that this increased educational time should be able to be done with the existing 7-hour contract and that it should not cost more money.
Superintendent Matayoshi says she's considering asking the law be delayed. And for some schools, those so crowded they're on complex multi-track schedules, she said the problems are insurmountable.
Because it's physically impossible. Physically impossible.
She said kids in multi-track schools like in Kapolei would end up giving up their Christmas break.
So we'll still work towards more hours, but we will not be able to meet the minimum hours of the current Act 167.
We can't make exceptions for any of our children. All of our children need to have the same amount of educational time as children on the mainland.
Now, the lawmakers who passed this last year have been pretty quiet about the school hours issue this year. Some say no one wants to talk about an expensive wild card during a deficit year. Others say it's up to the DOE to meet the mandate without breaking the bank. Paula?